our Prime Minister already said it. If you know you are not strong enough to continue with this, what we are doing, there's no need of you to make noise. There's no need of you to begin to talk or get people down. All you need to do is stay aside. When Biafra come, you have played your part. You will enter Biafra. Nobody will force you. But stop. If you know that you don't have the strength and power to do what you are supposed to do, let people who know what they are doing continue doing what they are doing. And your own is not to demoralize anybody. We are putting on our best to see that Biafra comes. If you are putting money, that money is your best you are putting to help Biafra to come. If you are putting your voice is what you are putting for Biafra to come. So if you know that you are not strong enough to hold on, you can go by the side. Let those who really have the power to do this, do it, and stop putting people's morale down because you want to sympathize with the house they are burning down. This is the advice I want to give to all of us. And you know that we are in a critical time. This critical time, all Biafrans should be vigilant. These people we are dealing with, they are like ants. They come in mass. What they do is, you see the way they bring up this refugee something. They want to try us to see how we can react. I had somebody said yesterday that they were not really doing it. They are joking. It's not true. But these are all the lies they sold every day. So when they bring up a matter, if we react to it, they calm down. So as they talk about Ruga the other time, they say that people reacted to it. They went back to re-strategize on how to come up. They continue to do this to know where we are quiet before they sow what they want to sow. And if you are a woman, a girl in our place, going about visiting all these people, you are doing yourself disservice, because if they pregnant you, that thing inside your stomach will be your trouble tomorrow. So, my dear brothers and sisters who are there, please let us be watchful. Let us be watchful for one another. Because these people, we keep on putting strategy there. They have mapped out many stooges, so many in our place, and they give them a lot of money. You know, like they always say that our people like money. Our people, they keep on saying it. Nobody who doesn't like money. But you know, these people will always say, oh, you know, you people like money. And that is why Gowon said, if you know that Igbo people like money this way, he wouldn't have fight the war. You see, these are the same thing they are passing to one of them every day. When they show you money, they buy your mind, they buy your character, they buy who you are. So please, the time, like Dr. Matanga said, we are the closest time. Let us be one another's brother. Let us be one another's sister. Let us be one another's neighbor. Let us not fight one another now. We want to get the time is here when we all supposed not to look away or close our eyes towards where we are going, because whatever they are throwing at us is distraction. And internet will keep on throwing it at you every day. So, but if we consistently continue to be together, these people cannot bend us. Together we stand, divide we fall. That is what they keep on trying. Anytime they see that we are falling, they hit us more. Anytime they see us fighting each other, they hit us more. So we are fighting. This is a war. And many times is the war they fight in the mind. So let us be together so that we can defeat these people. Because together, united we stand, but divided we fall. Zoo is falling already. It's falling because they are not together. They know that we are never one. So that is why, please, brethren, let us work in unison. And when you talk, when you bring idea, If your brother didn't take it, don't take it personal. We are fighting to corporately. We are fighting together. This fight is a fight of together. So let us not, because your idea was not brought up, you try to destroy what you are building. Let us work together. How do we work together? Support with your money. Whatever we are talking, if you don't put in money, it's not going anywhere. Put in money, as little as you have. Put in money. Put for your brother if he doesn't have. If you have more than you need, you can give your brother to support. So this is part of it. You can buy something. We have so many things in the store there that you can buy, and everything is gearing towards the coming of Biafra. So please, brethren, let us not discourage one another. And when you have an issue with your brother, when you have an issue with your friend, please do it with brotherly mind, and that will help us. Thank you very much for this, for listening. I am staying behind to talk again. Thank you.
Hello, sir. How's it going?
Good.
Thank you.
Are you done your heating system?
Frank, please, can you just help bring Ben Shooks? I've been trying to click on the approval. It's not working for me. Can you help bring him to speaker? And if Frank, if you have anything to say, leave the mic to you, bro. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here, my brother, Brian Williams. Thank you, great Biafrans, lovers of freedom. Our people, we are so amazing, and our freedom is now. We are not keeping our freedom for our next generation, because they might not fight it the way we are fighting. Our generation to come might not be opportune to have people like us. Yeah, brother, this okay, Ben Chooks is here already. All right. Thank you. There is no better time to do what we are doing today. We are doing it for the next generation not to see or experience what we have experienced in Nigeria. Because every one of us here have gotten 1 to 10 ugly experiences in Nigeria. It is so because our grandparents, they tried, they fought to make sure we did not experience this ugly situation we are seeing today in Nigeria. But due to the love of money, our great warriors was betrayed. They forced them to come back and accept Nigeria. That is why we are seeing what we see today in Nigeria. But our generation today, we have known the importance of freedom and the value of freedom. And that is why we must fight till last man standing. And we are getting it right. Our freedom is closer than we think. Do you know why? Because we have a great man who never said no, who never relents, who never get tired, who never sleep at night to make sure that our generation are liberated. That is our Prime Minister. He said he will never leave this fight for any other person. He will never leave this fight of freedom to our generation to come. That he will fight to give freedom to our children and our children's children, so that we will live the life God has created us to live. Freedom is so important. It's very vital to our soul and body. Nigeria is not working for any of us. It has not worked. Not even to our grandparents. Our forefathers never enjoyed in Nigeria. They had their lives before Nigeria was created. That was the only time they enjoyed a quality life. This program today is so important. It's an open mic. We talk about the freedom of our people. We talk about insecurity. We talk about freedom of our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whom Ohaneze Ndi Igbo have come out to right their junk again, pleading to the Nigeria terrorist states to give him political pardon. Is this not madness? You want to pardon a man who committed no crime known to man. You want to pardon a man. You are begging them to pardon a man whom they kidnapped. Can you imagine? The man they kidnapped, going against the laws of United Nations, going against the laws of EU, going against the laws of AU. You are pleading to Nigeria terrorist states to pardon him. This is madness. This is pure madness, although we will not blame them because they will just stay in their shop or in their office, whatever their minds tell them, they will come out and write it out and publish it to their likes to read. Not people like us. Our leader must be freed and no condition must be attached to it. It's either they free him or Nigeria will crumble. And we will continue to expose the weakness of Nigeria to the world. We will continue to expose the darkest side of Nigeria to the world. That is why we are here, and this is what we'll continue to do, and we must continue to do that until Biafra is fully restored and become a sovereignty. This is our goal, this is our target, and we are almost there. We talk about IOU loan. We all know what this IOU loan stands for. This is to support the liberation of our people, and at the end, you will get your money back 100%. Endeavor to be part of this program. Nobody will do this for us. You don't expect the criminals, billionaires in our place to support our liberation, because Nigeria made them who they are. We don't expect them to come alongside with us to do this great fight of liberation. They don't know the importance of freedom. All they care about is their property, their money in the bank, their shop, or whatever investment they have gotten, illegally gotten. But people like us are here, and we must continue to be here to fight, to speak for the liberation of our people. We talk about Biafra mass exodus, which will be the greatest mass exodus of this century. The freedom of Biafra will bring back our people in various parts of the world, in various countries of the world. We have our people in many countries. They will come back home. The freedom of Biafra will be the freedom of Africa as a whole, because Biafra will stand as a light. Biafra will shine as a light. Biafra will stand so tall to liberate any African nation that needs freedom. And many countries will emulate the pattern of our freedom fight, because in the history of freedom fight, no country, no nation of the world have fought the way we are fighting today, which is that new dimension. Our leader told us that our prime minister is coming up with a new dimension. This is the new dimension we are seeing today. It's not easy to fight even ordinary politicians from our regions, because they are demons, they are criminals, they are murderers. It's not easy to fight them. But our prime minister is fighting them head on. It's not easy to fight Nigeria as a country. I give them this. Let me just give them this as so that our foreign listeners will know what we are talking about. But Nigeria is not calling them a country, just giving them credit. Our prime minister is fighting Nigeria today and bending them, making them to go down to their knees. Not only Nigeria, with their friends. Nigeria has a lot of collaborators, it has a lot of friends, there are a lot of countries that have special interests in Nigeria, not because of who they are, because of the mineral resources God has deposited in our land. That is their key of interest, not for the life of every one of us. No, it is not easy. We must give kudos to this young man and his entire cabinet. In that vein, I want to appreciate all the honorable members here present the ministers, listening now, present, and those that will join us later. I want to appreciate you all for your great works, for your resilience, for your doggedness, because it takes a great heart to do what you cabinet members are doing today. And all of us, all the comrades, it's not easy. I give it to you all. I hid my mic here. Thank you. I appreciate you all for coming around.
Thank you, Mazi Frank. Thank you, Brian. I welcome back again Dr. Masanga.
Benchus. I beg, stay muted.
Yeah.
Mic.
You will go ahead. You go ahead.
Stay muted, please.
Oh, sorry.
Stay muted. Call it to mic.
Okay, sorry.
Call it to mic. Thank you, Frank, for that wonderful word. Thank you for all that you have said. Doctor, you're welcome back again. In case there's anything you want to say, let us know. The mic will be given to you always. And
I was called because
sorry.
university called me back.
Okay.
Because he said there were some questions.
Okay.
I am
okay.
Anybody who has questions, or the people have left.
Okay, no problem. So, Biafrans, if you have any question to ask Dr. Masanga is here, please, you can come up to the mic and raise your hands up, and we will give you the mic to ask whatever question you wish to ask. David, please help me bring them up. I don't know what they're doing to me to bring people up. It's very hard. Thank you. And he's here to listen and to answer your question. If you have a question, please, you can your hands up, then ask your question.
As we wait for the questions, I can continue to, there is something that about UN. My fellow Africans, there is no UN anymore. What we have is a fragmented United Nations Security Council. And this week, if you can follow my program, I addressed the whole world and stated my position very clearly. UN died. 3 countries versus 2. China, Russia versus America, Britain, and France. They were mandated to keep peace. So we are on our own. If you think they will keep peace and tell you anything, there's nothing to tell you now. 2, they are even floating something funny for Africa. They say Africa should have 2 non-veto permanent seats. How can you invite somebody to a house and tell him you don't eat food? Stay in the house, but don't eat any food. To invite a person to be a permanent member, then you say don't eat the food. That's the UN that they are inviting us. So I as Dr. Masanga, I totally oppose. Then why do we even go there for what? You won't have even power to discuss anybody. You see, you won't even have power to say anything. So why do you waste the time? They will veto you and go and bomb someone. They will not listen to you because the veto country will come up and veto. So help from UN will not come. The help is coming from you yourselves. The unity, the fight, the focus on the price. The price is to have our people liberated from the bondage of the marauding terrorists who have come from the north and killing people anyhow, taking people's farms, occupying vast places which have minerals. One of the problems that I discovered about Nigeria is where Boko Haram operates. These are the states that have got a mineral called Californium. And the Californium is the most expensive mineral in the world. And it costs $27 million, $27 million, and a gram, 1 gram of Californium. You have realized how these terrorists of Boko Haram and the ISIS are surviving in those regions. They are mining those minerals. And if they sell, but whom are they selling the minerals? Californium is used for what? So there are so many challenges we have today. Let me take the first question. I can see a hand.
Rage, you first raise your hand, or please bring it down, ask your question.
Okay, thank you very much. Am I being heard?
Go on, Rage.
All right.
Can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much. Greetings to the Biafrans all over the world. And I want to say special thank you and greetings to our father, Dr. Masanga. Thank you very much. The truth is that when you prove to be our fathers, we call you a father and we regard you as a father. Not fathers that will tell us how to make money and watch us be kids. Those are unworthy fathers. Thank you very much, Dr. Masanga, for the great work that you are doing for Africa. And I want to believe that you will not allow the children of Africa to be enslaved or to be killed while you are alive, and you will do everything you can to get us free. My question is very simple. In the just concluded United Nations Assembly, when the Prime Minister of Israel came to the podium to speak, and we all remember that on the 7th of October, 2023, Hamas terrorist group sponsored by Iran invaded Israel and killed innocent children, innocent women, innocent civilians, and kidnapped over 230 civilian Israelis. So that on that assembly in UN, when the Prime Minister was coming to say his part, a number of the representatives of the United Nations, they walked out of the, which means they are simply in support of the killing of children and women. What is your take on this, Dr. Masanga? What is your take on this people walking out at that very point in time? Thank you.
Thank you. The situation of Israel, Palestine, Middle East, those who were on my platform like a university, you remember very well what I predicted. I hope you could tell the people exactly what I said instead of me saying. If you have a chance, you can tell them now that what I said when the war was just 4 days old. I said, this is an unintended war. What is an intended war? It is a war that is not particularly for Hamas, but it's particularly for Iran. And watch the space now. It is going to end there. America does not forget. America does not forgive. America can fight you even when you are being sent down to the grave. They will want to stop your going down to the grave. So this is unintended consequences. It was not Iran, but Iran finally, and it won't take long. You will hear one morning that all the nuclear weapons reactors at Iran in Iran have been wiped out. They will wipe them out. They are going to wipe them out. They will. You see, I was telling the South African president, I wrote to him and he answered me. Then we had a chat on phone. I told him there is no judge in the ICJ who will wholly condemn Israel for genocide because it's impossible. Israel reacted after it had been attacked. But if Israel had attacked without any reaction from Hamas, then you would qualify a genocide. Get it very clear. International, that is it. People can argue even up to Angel Gabriel, even bring Angel Gabriel closer to you and ask Angel, is the nearest angel we have ever had. I don't think anybody on this platform has ever heard of another angel. Do you know the names of another angel? The only angel who became a go-between between us and the world is Angel Gabriel. He comes and asks Angel, please help me. You are the go-between between us and Jesus Christ and God. No judge. My Ugandan man, lady, who were together during the courses of conflict resolution. You saw what she ruled. She ruled. She was not worried. She ruled. The other said, no, I don't agree. Israel was attacked. And it retaliated. It had to. So this war of the Middle East, first consequences are ours. We Africans, you in West Africa, you are going to be all right. You know why? All your ships will come. Because most of your ships come through the port of Southern Cape Town, the port and Durban, and then they go back to, if they are coming from China, your goods don't go through the Suez Canal. But for us in East Africa, our goods very soon. You look at the people pointing missiles at Israel. You have Yemen, the Houthi rebels. They are there. You have Hezbollah up in Lebanon. You have Hamas itself. Then now you have Iran. So unless something miraculously happens, things are going to escalate. But the point here I want to make is that where is the Security Council? Where is the Security Council? The United Nations Security Council is supposed to help for peace. But the Security Council we have now of UN is shopping for guns to give Ukraine guns. Look at that. Giving Ukraine guns in order for Ukraine to go and fight. So you tell me frankly, how shall we maintain the peace in the world? It's impossible. It's impossible to maintain the peace. So if Africa is going on the Security Council, Africa first should go with veto, and there should not be 2 seats. We want 4. We are 1.4 billion people. How come you reduce us to 2 seats without veto? You don't want to veto what you say, and you want us to go on in your council seat like women who have been told, wait for the man to come to choose you. No. I'm still waiting for an African leader. And if you give us 2 seats, you know how the fight is going to be. The first countries to fight will be 2 countries, well-known African countries that always fight against them. Against them. Your place, the place, a political country called Nigeria,
And Egypt.
and no, and South Africa. That's the first fight will begin from there. Egypt comes in to balance now. The fight is always between Egypt and Kenya. And then your fight is between you and South Africa. That's why you are slaughtered in South Africa like animals. They slaughter you. If they find you at night and you are from this country with a passport of Nigeria, my God, you might not see your wife next door or your son again. So that is the first fight. Once you give 2 seats, who takes them? There are 4 major points: Egypt, Kenya, South Africa, and Nigeria. Nigeria by mass. You have a population of 220 million, an army which is a very useless army that turns to kill civilians instead of protecting them. It used to do very good peacekeeping missions. It was removed because of the bad behavior of the army. It is no longer on the peacekeeping missions. You know that. This is a point you should capitalize on, you people who are here, scholars. Why Nigeria? This is when you are writing your letter, you say, look, if you think Nigerian army is very good, Nigerian army is very good, why is it that you removed them from the peacekeeping mission? Anywhere. Where have you seen them going there anymore? These are things that your government should do. Should have the minister in charge of scrutiny, a department that also does this information, that does information. You must also sharpen your tools of disinformation and put this enemy. They are confused. They don't know anything. You must also have a department of people who can also persuade the soldiers quietly. Yeah, quietly. You must have people who can tell them, hello, you are now, do you know what? Why don't you just try this? Some of us say things that we cannot talk here on the platform, but we are very deadly on some of those strategies. Because we have overthrown several governments. So my country, we overthrew. I was the one with Mengistu Mariam to overthrow with Zenawi and Isaias Afwerki. We went to Ethiopia in 1987 with them. We thought we could not come back. And they got the leadership. There you are. Zenawi and Isaias Afwerki, one has died, 2 of us are still alive. Isaias Afwerki of Eritrea, who has become even worse. He has called me for over 20 times to go to Eritrea, but I don't go there. I told him, you don't behave like a Democrat. How do you allow all Eritreans? You know, when you go to Eritrean airport, it's like you are going to hell. They search, you write the number of your phone, the serial number. It's a communist state, more or less, but this is my friend. We all stayed in Britain. Don't say he was not in Britain. We worked together in the same office, even when they gave us arms to go and fight Mengistu Haile Mariam. Some of them did not know how to use those arms. But some of us were the ones who coached some of them, do this, do that, fight that, go for a quick military training, 2 months, 3 months. We overthrew Mengistu Haile Mariam. So the government, this army that threatens people, beats up people, is very easy to divide. Very easy. You must have a department that divides them. You see? That divides them. And that department must always be there also. Don't think of being annoyed with them only. Just think of also, there are some there who go to fight when they don't know. They don't want. Some of them don't want to kill people. If you find 1 or 2, that's why you see all the coups in West Africa are being done by junior officers. So have you asked yourself, where are the senior officers? Major General, where are they? Are they not in the army? But have you had them being killed? No. Captain Toure of Burkina Faso, another captain. Have you seen? Another captain in Mali. Coups are not done by big generals. Coups are done by the younger small officers of your age, you people. So that is, you must have departments. UN and Israel, the situation is worse. It is threatening us in the eastern part of Africa. Our sea routes, our goods are reaching too late. And to be very honest, the next target is Iran. So don't be confused by anybody that the war is ending tomorrow. No, America, the Democrats want to win an election in November. So if they have a conflict like that and they have hit Iran, then they will win the vote, isn't it? Very nicely. Like Obama hit that gentleman called Osama bin Laden. He won the second term very comfortably. So thank you. I can see
Professor Matsanga.
Yes.
Professor Matsanga, the Iran hit Israel with 181 ballistic missiles. Do you think that Israel will just said, okay, let us just let them be?
The what?
Iran hit Israel with 181 ballistic missiles.
But that's why I'm telling you it is going to end back there. The consequences of 181 ballistic missiles going back, who knows? They could send one missile with poison, with nuclear weapon, with nuclear material. We shall all perish.
What does Iran want to achieve with these ballistic missiles?
Yeah, but look, the conflict of Middle East, Iran created is Hezbollah. Hezbollah is purely Palestinian refugees who occupied themselves. They grew up and they took over government in Lebanon. And they became strong and they had allies. You know, as you know, there's Shiite and Sunni. The Lebanon government itself, the Lebanese, most of them are Sunni Arabs. The Shiite Hezbollah group, supported by Iran, came as refugees. They were given space because there was no more space anywhere. And they became a population part and parcel of Lebanon. And then they linked across with the Syria, Assad, the president of Syria, the former president, and the current president, the late and the current. So when you look at the sponsorship of Hamas by Iran, the sponsorship of Iran sponsoring Hezbollah, Iran sponsoring the Houthi, the Shiite Muslims of Iran who are in power, the Ayatollah Khomeini in power, is a Shiite Muslim. He doesn't like Sunni. He doesn't like Saudi Arabia. If he was allowed, he would have smashed Saudi Arabia with arms. Saudi Arabia is kept by the West. It has enough of those capturing, what are they called? The one that capture the tomahawks, the missiles when they come, before they blast. So how long will they sustain this war? The war is not going to end now, because you don't know how many missiles Iran has. Two, there is an infiltration, which is very clear, for the killing of all Hezbollah commanders using the pager. There is one theory as an international relations expert. Some younger generation like you people in Biafra, you are fed up. You grew up hearing over Ayatollah. You want life. When you go under, when you put on your phone, there are some films that you watch, some things that your friends outside Iran are enjoying. So what the West is trying to do is to get a second layer of leaders, new leaders. Have you seen? You see the strategy of wiping out all the commanders of Hezbollah, about 12 of them. They are gone. Now you have new moderate guys, some of them who might want to say, ladies and gentlemen, let's accept peace. Let's sit down and talk. You know, that's the aim. Because these current guys of 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s are not the people you can bring down on table. So there's that strategy of eliminating the current crop of leadership that we see in Tehran, and then in the Hezbollah, and probably one of the reasons is they had America has got unfinished business in Syria. You notice that Syria was left. They just abandoned Syria because Russia came to the rescue of Syria and blocked any attempts to bomb completely Syria upside down. And they created an ISIS. The biggest problem in that region of Syria and Turkey is the Kurds, the Kurdistan issue of Abdullah Öcalan, who was kidnapped again from Kenya. Kenya has been very renowned for rendition. So it's not the first time that Nnamdi Kanu was rendated from Kenya. Some time back, Kenya rendated Abdullah Öcalan, the leader of PPK. That is the Kurds, Kurdistan, a political party that has been fighting to get its own independence. You notice that around the region, we have the issue of Kurdistan issues. The Kurds are similar to the Biafrans. If you didn't know, that's another area where you people have not gone to. You should try to find out their links and become friends with them. They are like Biafrans because they are divided along. No country wants to give the Kurds independence. Did you know that? Russia does not want. Turkey does not want. Every country, even Iran, does not want. Now, all those countries there, the Kurds are the biggest, the majority of those states, but they are being ruled by minority. It's a sad state. Russia doesn't want, Greece doesn't want, Turkey doesn't want, Iraq. You see, Iraq doesn't want. Everybody, they hate. The hated group of Europe is like the Biafran group of Africa and Amazonia. Nobody wants to give you. I don't know why they fear you. They don't want to give you your independence. Like the Kurds are feared. Every state in Europe that has the Kurds, when you talk about it, everybody said, no, wait, I'm coming back. Let me go to the toilet first. Because people don't want, I don't know why. This issue of Biafra would have been sorted out after 2014 because the cover went down, finished, cut off. No more. There's no more agreement. We are living in illegality. Thank you. I can see citizen from Kenya. Is it citizen Dama from, you can host, you can direct it. Benja, do you still have a question again?
Okay, thank you very much, Professor, for that detailed informations. We hear you, we listen to you, and I think many horrible cabinet members of the Biafran government are here.
Take note of the cards. Take note cards.
Yes.
University, I think Benchus want to ask question.
Okay. Benchus, you have 1 minute to ask questions, sir. Please go ahead. We'll be rounding up pretty soon.
Thank you so much, Mazi University, for bringing Dr. Masanga back. Dr. Masanga, you are highly welcome. You are not only a friend of Africa, you're also an in-law to Biafra. You are also an in-law as well. Thank you so much. And thank you also for your revelation about that war criminal called Obasanjo. You made mention before. We know what he's doing. And also the price Kenya is going to pay for redemptioning our leader. Dr. Masanga, my question to you is, you made mention of UN, that there is no UN anymore. It gives me impression of what United Nations said about our leader. They told Nigerian government to free our leader sometime last year, and gave Nigeria around 1 month to free him. But there is no action taken. Does it mean that there is no committee working in UN, or this order, which committee that issued this order, why they did not follow it up till now? Thank you.
You are asking about which committee, sir?
The committee in UN that gave order to free our leader, but Nigeria did not take any action, and nobody in UN also take any action.
OGOJA, United Nations Human Rights Agency, the United Nations Human Rights that has headquarters in Geneva. Yes, we need again to pursue that route. I think your government can pursue that route, and some of us also will look at that, pursuing that route, to make sure that we get some answers why Nigeria, look, the refusal to release Nnamdi Kanu is just try and error. Keep him, don't keep him. You see? Keep him, don't keep him. Should we release him? They're under pressure. There is pressure. You are going to the Commonwealth. What will you tell Matang? As you are making your speech, someone interrupts you and says, Commonwealth is not like AU. Somebody said, you, Mr. Sit down. You have a problem with you don't need even to tell us about Nigeria. You are killing people. That's why groups go like us. We are going. We are using our own money. We have not asked for contribution from anybody here. We use our own money. That's what we do. Some of us even are in real debts. We have to borrow every day. And you see, we have to sell our book. I sell my book here to get 10, 20 copies. That gives me about 1,000 bob. You see, 2,000 pounds, 5,000 pounds, so that I'm able to pay for my hotel. But we still continue to struggle and talk about it. From here to Australia, Samoa, the journey alone costs about $24,000, $2,400, $2,500, $400, $2,000. That's a ticket alone, return. You haven't added accommodation, but we keep on going. We have to. At times, even if it means you sell a good pair of shoes that you don't need, you must go. You must go and make a voice. You must go and show documents and say, look, on this day, Madam Secretary General, I wrote a letter, Scotland, Patricia Scotland. I wrote it to you, intervene and suspend Nigeria or ask Nigeria to release Nnamdi Kanu. This is a prisoner whom you took, who has no case to answer. He is supposed to be free. If you want him, you can come back for him. But the Nigerian government is under the king. The king is a human rights activist himself. The king grew up, the mother grew up, brought him up to look after British nationals. He cannot preside over a commonwealth that has got huge defects of human rights abuses of Nigeria or Cameroon. No, 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 no. We are going there. And it's good there are moderate leaders who are there who don't like this type of thing happening. Commonwealth is not AU. Commonwealth is it preserves human rights. Anybody in intelligence in Nigeria, we warn you. We are warning you. We are going there. We are senior lawyers in the world, like 10 of us. We are there to secure, to either you will secure, release Nnamdi Kanu before 21st. If you don't, you watch for the consequences there. You might also come back without a president, because the president could be in jail. Samoa is a Commonwealth country. This morning I've just adjusted my application to add the Prime Minister after hearing that Mr. Paul Biya is in intensive care unit in Paris. So the Prime Minister will represent the Commonwealth. I've just added him there, that Prime Minister. He has to tell me before he leaves Samoa why they are killing people in Amazonia. That's all. It's law. University. It is law, my people. It is just law. And you have professors in America. Some of them wear nice in Biafra and in Nigeria. They wear good suits, and then someone stupid, very bad, like Tunubu, is sitting on you, and you can't file. And then you call yourself a professor of law, international law. What law did you study? What? Why don't you file an application and then the people refuse? File and refuse my English. Yes, refuse. If that is not Shakespearean English, refuse it. I've tried my level best, because I was the last man 1 month after interviewing Nnamdi Kanu. I didn't know where he was. 1 month passed. I heard news when I'm even out of the station. I had a lot of trouble saying, what? Why didn't he tell me? Why didn't he tell me he was in Kenya, surely? Why? If he had told me, now it is good he's talking. And it is good. I want to thank him that he told people it was his mistake that he didn't tell Dr. Matanga where he was. If he had told me he was in Kenya, I would have taken him out and we go up to Tanzania. In Tanzania, nobody can touch us, and then he goes home. I didn't know. I knew he was in Kenya, because he told me 2 hours. 2 hours, then you interview me. It means 2 hours. It was UK time. That's what he told me. So I feel I have an obligation to get this gentleman back so that he tells the truth to people. Yes. And I want to thank your Prime Minister. He stood in the middle and told the truth about all this. People, he did it. Pass my greetings to him. He stood and recognized me. And when he wanted the numbers of the lawyers, I gave all the lawyers of Kenya who could help. I left it there. I never hid anything I've done. The only thing I've avoided is to get crossfire. I'm an elder now of Umofia clan. Umofia clan. So Umofia clan always waits for complaints. Umofia clan, you don't wash yourself into when the two brothers are fighting, then you wash yourself into that linen. I love you, I love this one, I don't love you. No, Umofia clan elder like me, I wait for those complaints. And my role is to bring people. My role is to tell you, you are about to win this struggle. Don't divide yourselves. Don't hate each other. You are about to deliver. This government in Abuja is a shell. It is finished. It is finished. From intelligence sources, it is finished. Don't forget, I'm a member of Chatham House and a member of International Institute of Strategic Studies. We can tell where the coup is coming. Where, yes, as a permanent member of that institution, we get information. Although you can't pinpoint that this is the place, but some countries you can pinpoint because there are researchers everywhere, sending information that this situation is here, this is bad, there could be a coup, there could be this, there could be this, possibilities. That's how the governments in Europe function. They function through think tanks. So I just want to tell you, we still have a long way to go. We shall struggle until our leader comes back. I will not give up. I will not, don't ever even think of counting me out of it. I will be out of it. I will spend my own, every effort I can get, the little that I can get to push. It doesn't mean that you push only by an armed struggle. You can push with the mouth and the positions, which can bring about change. Some of us are doing that. Thank you. And then
Thank you.
there is this man, citizen. Are you satisfied, sir?
Yeah, I'm satisfied. My last appeal is never relent to keep advocating for Biafra. Thank you.
I will never, because I have five grandchildren, and they are all boys. So where will they go? You tell me, where will they go?
Dr. Mazanga.
Yes.
Yeah, you have in your speech you have compared United Nations and the Commonwealth, and but I want to say that Britain or being the head of the Commonwealth, am I right?
Yes.
So if they being the head of the Commonwealth and they have closed their ears and eyes and every mouth, say their mouth towards the kidnapping and the extradition of our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, he is a British citizen. Don't you think that the Britain, being the head of Commonwealth, might have hands, or either by direct or indirect, towards his being in the dungeon till this very present now, and they have not yet carried out any action towards that? They left him being their citizens, they left him behind, and they know that the two countries that participated in this are still Commonwealth members. They never carried action till date. Don't you think they are aiding and abetting, or they aided and abetted in that action? Don't you think so?
Thank you. You partly, you could be not very far from the truth, but partly you could be a bit very far from the truth. You could be very far from the truth and then close to the truth. That is what that means. It gives you 30% towards, you have 70% maybe right and the 30 wrong. Now, let me tell you, it is individual in the Commonwealth, Madame Patricia Scotland, who has visited Nigeria. She likes money. You know, if you have a wife like that, She likes money, money, money. It's money. It's money. That's it. It's not the king. The king doesn't know. That's why this letter, the last letter, I hope University you gave them that letter, the last one, which I wrote. You can go to my this platform here. Search, you'll see Patricia Scotland, the letter I wrote about suspending Nigeria from the Commonwealth. And unfortunately, I'm talking on it. I could have Googled. Then you can get that letter. It is on here. It's here now.
I tried to
That
get.
letter is here. You get it on this platform. You'll get that letter. Scroll down, maybe last month, yes, when I reminded her of the letter that I wrote to her to say you are responsible for what has happened to Nnamdi Kanu. You preside over a Commonwealth, which does not want the abuse of human rights, but you have presided over it. You have not raised this issue with the king. You have not raised this issue with the Commonwealth country itself. Instead, you go to Nigeria, Abuja, and you are showered with dollars, which are being brought to you, but the money will come to an end. Even the queen died when he doesn't want to see this woman. You people, it is not a joke. We have complained until Madame, the late queen, the king, the queen died when she does not want to see the woman called Patricia Scotland from Bahamas because of corruption, and left something written. That's why she can't even stay near Commonwealth anymore. We are choosing a new Commonwealth, and this time the new Commonwealth is a great, hopefully, if Ghana, the two contestants that are high on the agenda is Ghana and Lesotho. The one in Lesotho and Ghana, the lady in Ghana. But this time, since the Commonwealth was led by the lady, these people might say, but equality, gender parity, can we have also men leading this time? So most likely, the Ghanaian lady would pass, or the Lesotho man will pass. Both of them are my great friends. So these are the people we are going to use to insert, to put pressure on them to censor Nigeria. Because Commonwealth has got a lot of, Nigeria has got a lot of benefits it gets from the Commonwealth. Some people went for scholarships on the Commonwealth. Many of your fathers, founding fathers, most of the people you find in UK, they came on scholarships. Commonwealth, they studied in universities, Oxford, where on Commonwealth scholarships. So, look, the conservative government was hiding something because they were doing direct business with Nigerian government. This Labour government are not capitalists. Remember, they are they are partly capital. Is what we call it, misty what? The word is hybrid. It's a hybrid system where you find some capitalists and some communists and socialists. So socialists usually don't do business with countries. But the conservative government in Britain, which was there, which could have brought the issue on top by saying we have a foreign, a citizen of America, of Britain, who is languishing in the prison somewhere in Abuja. We want to know is brought to a conclusive trial, or we take action, we ban you from coming to the Commonwealth, or we put sanctions on you for failing to release a British citizen. So we have to continue with that pressure, sir, until we get there. Thank you. There is a citizen, I can, university, there is citizen.
Who is muting everyone? Please stop. Thank you. I know it's a mistake.
It's a mistake. I don't know my hand. They are freezing. They are freezing me.
They are freezing
Vesty, can you hear me?
Yeah, they are freezing your account. Your this thing.
Yeah, they're freezing me.
They are freezing your mic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead. Can you help direct this thing a bit?
Yeah, I'm here. So I still have something before I meet. Please, just seconds, don't be offended. Dr. Musanga, you from what you just said, you made it vividly that the King Charles of England is not aware of our leaders' predicament. But I want to say that before the Common House of England, this was tabled and nothing yet has been done. And I believe, again, I want to say that the present
He's
lawyer
now
handling the
aware,
case
boss.
by
He's
name.
now aware.
Okay, sir. I want to finish the second one, sir. I want to finish the second one. You can comment into that. I say that the Ejimako, Barrister Ejimako had a case overturned in the United Kingdom when he was seeking for justice, calling them to come and listen to the cry of their citizens. He lost that case, and this is something that happens in their land, in their own very soil. Because the judicial system has their citizens. Right. It's not recognized. It means that they are intentionally backing the zoo, because the law of the Britain supposed to protect the common citizens of the Britain, but they turn a deaf ear towards that. Somebody that was kidnapped in another man's land, having the citizenship of a claimed noble country. What do you have to say about that?
The queen, the king, the matters were hidden away from the queen, but she was told later, I think when it became clear that several people said your Secretary General of Commonwealth is very corrupt. But now the king, the letter that I wrote, which is here, I hope you have got it, University. The letter which I wrote, which is very clear here, was a letter that a copy was taken by somebody, my good friend Sir James Braithwaite, to the king. To the king is to the palace, because he's got very good connections. And then it went also a copy to the Commonwealth, Dr. Lamy, David Lamy, who is my friend. He has now been notified about the presence of Nnamdi Kanu in jail. I have at least passed that information to almost every institution. And other people also have been doing the same, to lobby their people, MPs in UK, to discuss. Me, I've been hitting on the international wave where I can catch the Secretary General or the chairperson of African Union. That one, as they have, Nigeria government used the money, boss. It uses money everywhere. It has used plenty of money to make sure that it frustrates you. So we have had that frustration. Huge money has been made, paid out to frustrate, to stop anything to do with discussing this issue. But now the king is aware. They are aware as they go to the Commonwealth. Brian, I'm telling you, I'll even write to the Prime Minister or to a university. I'm going there. It's up to you people. And if there are people that side in Australia who can come, and those who live in Australia, we give you notice. Biafrans who are in Australia, come to Samoa. You don't need a visa if you have Nigerian passport or Australian passport. You don't need a visa. Come. Come to that place, and we find our person. We defend our person. We stick by our person. and we tell the world that you have done a very wrong thing to detain our person illegally. The more we shout, the more of us are shouting, the better for everybody. So it is not a done deal. It's not something you can say we give up. We are not going to give up. Our role is to, in lobby, you don't give up. In lobby, you continue saying it until it comes to work. This is the letter. Let me, I think, I don't know what I can do, but let me get it like no, not heavy fighting in Sudan. This is the letter. Let me send it to you, university,
Okay.
in right now, so that people can get a copy. And there you are. There you are. It is in your DM. That's the letter I wrote to this woman. That is Zimbabwe. That is on Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
That's the final report on Zimbabwe. Let me go down on my beautiful Biafra. That is, I want you to take this. I have no fear. I tell her, what will she do to me? I tell her, you have let us down. Eh? Another letter that I wrote about Addis Ababa on another letter to the Commonwealth Secretary General that's another letter. I've been punching. There you are. Another letter. Now I'm looking for the one for the Commonwealth, which is very strong.
Sorry, they kicked me out.
Who is kicking you out?
It could be network, maybe.
That's the Elon Musk. I didn't finish that. I hope he had my second question.
Yeah. Yes, I guess he did.
The second question was what was the second question you talked about?
The second question was the law, because the law of the land or the law of Britain covers the citizens, but can you hear me?
Yes.
But in the case of MNK, AP, please pitch your mic. But in the case of MNK, he was denied everything when they went through their court in Britain. He was denied the right of hearing, the right of action, because they were calling on the government to take an action concerning his condition, but they overruled everything. So my question is this: does it have a selective group of citizens to be as when it comes to helping, or is it because he's a Biafra that even the law now abandoned him, and the House of Commons abandoned him as well? Because they all know this, they all knew this. The thing about him was presented the House of Commons, and now it went through their judiciary system, and both of them denied him. So what does that tell?
I think it's not the question of denying. I think the question of how we have packaged ourselves. How we have packaged ourselves. This is on Zimbabwe. How we have packaged ourselves. Are you still there?
Yes, sir, I'm here, sir.
We have not packaged ourselves properly. That's the truth. Let's be honest. We have it. We have not packaged
How would a
ourselves.
citizen package himself when he's dying, when he's under knife and gun, when he went through torture? Does the country need a packaging to save the life of a citizen?
No, we because everybody, boss. If we are going back there with different views. Okay, this is the letter that I was looking for. I've got it, so that you can know. If each one is taking his own views. What I'm saying, we must be consistent. And this one, I can put it here. Can I? Do you have a box where to put, Mr. Here? Can I put it here now? This is the letter.
Yes, sir, you can put it there. I've seen it already. We have seen it. People should go and read it out.
That is the Nigeria should be sent out of the Commonwealth. Nigeria should be suspended from the Commonwealth for human rights abuses, for erosion of democratic gains through a fraudulent electoral tribunal. That one, I have hinged on that and even explained the security issues. So you can't have such a country coming to the Commonwealth and sitting there pretty when they have made everybody a slave back at their homes. So it is there on the chart down there. Now, why I'm saying we must package ourselves. You see, package ourselves in this sense. Consistency. We should be knocking the doors of these guys. I've written to the Prime Minister. Another person has got to write and say, can we book an appointment? When I go back in the Commonwealth, I'm going to also to book appointment to find the time with like I found the time with the Foreign Commonwealth Secretary, David Lammy, who said he will see me in October, which is October now, before the Commonwealth. Those are the things that we can do. Given all these things, brother, we have nothing. We can do more than that. We have pushed. Now, the point here is this. What has colored these people's eyes, Brian, is Nigeria. It is the same reason why Biafra they don't want to give Biafra the right to speak, the right to go away. Because they are the people, the mistake came from Britain. So Britain is very careful discussing the Nigerian issue. You see? The Nigerian issue. They become very itchy. They don't want to talk about it at all. You see? So when you bring the issue of Nigeria, they want to kill you. They look for all ways to say, that problem is going to be solved, this problem will be done, this. Look at that. Look at that. So, brother, you are right. This one is for Zimbabwe. The other one is for the one I put on the chart is for. So let's package ourselves. Let's put pressure. Let's continue with lobby. Lobby does not end, ladies and gentlemen. Lobby does not end. You have to lobby until you get your man out of the prison, the dungeons of. We get our man out of the dungeons of DSS. Is when we start and we stop. Thank you.
Midi, your hand is up. You have a question, sir.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Lovers of Freedom. I don't have a question, but I am here to thank our brother from the East Africa, Dr. Masanga. We've met once this honorable debate concerning the situation of our leader, Mazen Abdikano. I am the representative of the military wing, Biafran Republic Government in Exile. And I say thank you for being with us. In fact, when you were making your submission, you know, yeah, well done, thank you. So when we are making your submission, especially when you talk about Amazonia, say, oh my God, because yesterday we were somewhere discussing about the situation of concerning our co-president, Dr. Cho Ayaba, who is being invited by the Norwegian government. Then somebody saying that Dr. Matsanga is aware of this. He's a good advocate of Africa, the new Africa emerging states. It's going to be good. Then I said, yes, one of these days we make a way to contact him without even knowing that he has already prepared a way to go and make a kind of solidarity in honor of Amazonian people. That's the spirit. So when he was, I'm so happy that this question is being thrown here, because I think around the beginning of this week we were discussing about the function of the United Nations, and I think I said something similar to this. These people cannot do anything. Number one is that our founding fathers, our forefathers, were not there when our fathers were not inclusive during the time the United Nations was created from 1944, from 1942 till 1945. So our people were excluded, and it was ordained for the winners. It was created for the winners. It's like another instrument of colonialism. But the luck we have is that by the time we understand the Charter of the United Nations, where it's expressly written that the people have right for self-determination. Now we have to use that as an alibi, to fire down for our own liberation, and that is what exactly he said here. So that is that. And two, his position concerning the reason and why it seems the British government is reluctant, on the fact that, notwithstanding the position or the opinion of the UN Specialized Agency on Human Rights, gave a kind of order or position, better to say position or opinion, to Nigerian government, give them the benefit of 6 months with which they're supposed to release Mazen and Dikano. And our people are perplexed on the reason why there is no action. Yes, there is no action because of many things, the international conspiracy interests, and also the principle of equal sovereignty of nation of Article 1, paragraph 2. So they are waiting for us to do, that is to apply that faculty of the voice of the people being the voice of God, the voice of the people being the voice of God, which is the imprimatur of the people, for us to act, of which under the government of Biafra in exile, we are acting collectively. Only that it is not easy. Sabotaging this government, sabotaging the spokesperson to this government, Mazi Simon Ekpa, especially those of the DOS, because of their ignorance. Because why they don't, most of them don't even know the difference between an organization and the government in exile. That is the reason why Dr. Masanga is advising us to be united, to help our prime minister, and to continue lobbying. Because, for example, when that that case was pushed, I think it was being handled by Kanu Takano under with the help of Barrister Aloy Jimako, but not yet this government. He is encouraging us as a government now to continue pushing, to write our own, that we should not lose hope. The advantage you have there is that, look, before, the Queen was misrepresented by that corrupt woman, that I don't know her name, But now it's like he has been informed. But we, as a government, supposed to write our own so that we'll be heard. So, and that has been written down, and the Prime Minister, I hope, is going to be informed. If he has not yet been informed, we will continue lobbying. And we have had some of the lobbyists. And two, I thank him for inviting our people living in Australia to come close so that we will together protest, let me put it in that way, go for the support interest. So I thank him for his positions, and I hope university, you collaborate so that we will follow that directories. So I thank him so much, and I thank everybody here listening. I'm still on the way, but I wanted to say kudos to him for always being for us. Thank you, Dr. Masanga, once more. I yield my mind.
Thank you very much. I'm here. I want to take two more questions, then run. But
Okay.
while I'm on this platform, there is a gentleman in Germany who did send me some color, but I lost that phone, closed, and it went down with that color. He sent me color, a very good gentleman from Germany, West Berlin. Please collect that color from the post office where you put it. It never arrived. The phone, I never picked it. So the phone went, I didn't know his name properly, because I always used to communicate with him on the phone. So I forgot the name. So whenever I see a name here, I have asked, where is this gentleman? He can't. I've opened a new platform. He used to send me things on this one because my phone was tampered with the Kenyan situation, because I opened it on the Kenyan situation. They thought I'm the one who brought the voice in the platform. Is university, you know what happened to my other Twitter handle, which has got over 40,000 followers. So this gentleman, wherever you are, please come. I am here. I am here in this platform, in Africa World Media TV. You can always look for me again and send back my color. Thank you. Yeah, I can see.
Thank you. He will hear. You will hear it.
Yeah, if
and
he's
you will
on
send
the
it back to
platform,
Kola.
I don't know. He has never. It is very strange, because that.
Yeah, maybe people, some people didn't know that you have reopened the new one.
That this is.
Understand? They know this new one is not bearing your name. Some people would not think that it's not you.
No, it is mine, and the university was told. So let everybody tag me. Let everybody tag me now.
So, yeah, let everybody follow him if you have not followed him. Understand? So we have citizens hand up. Citizen, what do you have to say? Please unmute yourself.
Yes, thank you, the host, university, and the course. Dr. Masanga, I've passionately listened to you each time we, the upcoming generation, listen to people like you, Professor Lumumba, Dr. Arikanachim Hambori Kao. We get very much inspired that even at your age, you're pushing and driving the Pan-African spirit. And we are actually heavily blessed for having people like you as standard bearers. I recall one of my earliest engagements with the Prime Minister of Biafra.
Citizen, I can't hear you. Dr. Musanga, can you hear you? Citizen, we can't hear you. You can go out and come back. We can't hear you. You can go out. Frank or University will help bring you up because we can't hear you. Ifeanyi, unmute yourself and ask the question, please.
Maybe I need to drop and come back.
Hello, thank you. Good afternoon, my fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom worldwide. Good afternoon, University. Good afternoon, Dr. Masanga.
Good afternoon,
I'm
sir.
very, very happy. I'm very, very happy to hear your voice this afternoon concerning our struggle. Honestly, I must be frank with you. We are really happy for you standing with us in this critical time. I can't thank you enough. I say, may God bless you abundantly for all your efforts, for everything that you are doing for Biafrans worldwide. I don't have much thing to say, University. I just want to applaud you guys for your wonderful work that you are doing for us. I just want to thank our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, and our Biafran government in exile. Honestly, you people have made us so proud. We are more than happy to have you as a government that is standing for the Biafran people. The injustice that has been meted against Biafrans worldwide is very, very quite unfortunate that the so-called UN have teamed up with the Nigerian government to suppress us in totality. But I'm happy that God gave us our Prime Minister, and I'm also happy that we have somebody like Dr. Masanga by our side. My message to you is that we are not going to stop. If anybody can get this message to you, and please tell them that I said that we are not going to stop until we have our freedom. And nothing will stop us from declaring Biafra this 2nd of December. We are fully prepared and we are fully ready for anything anybody wants to do. We have had enough from Nigeria and we have had enough from UN. Nothing like IDP camp will be allowed anywhere in Biafra land. Tell UN, this is what Biafran says. This is what I said. Nothing like IDP camp will be allowed. So if they like, let them go ahead with their nonsense that they are doing. We don't care. We don't want to know anything that they are doing. But what we are telling them that Biafrans are not going to relent. We are not going to stop. Our freedom is sacrosanct. And we must surely get it this year. Whether they like it or not. For the DOS that is causing trouble, for the DOS that is trying to tarnish the image of our Prime Minister, let them get ready, because karma is a female bitch. No matter what anybody does, no matter any name anybody call us today, it doesn't matter. What matters is the result that we are going to achieve. Comes by 2nd of December. I don't have much thing to say. I want to say again, thank you so much, Dr. Masanga. I'm very, very happy hearing your voice this afternoon. Your voice is a sign of encouragement to we Biafrans. I say, may God bless you so much. I'm leaving the mic here for the rest of the Biafrans.
Okay, thank you. Thank God you're back again, citizen. Please throw up the question. Bless you.
Yes, thank you, Brian. University and the co-host, I applaud you guys once again. Dr. Masanga, I was saying before my mic went off that we are highly encouraged by elements like you, Pan-African elements like you, for the standard you are laying for the upcoming generation. People like you, Professor Lumumba of Kenya, Dr. Arikana, Siombori Kwao. You guys are a blessing to Africa and to the Black race. And I recall, Dr. Masanga, can you hear me?
100%.
Okay, correct. So I recall in one of my earliest engagements with the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa. I raised the question of Dr. Masanga, and I called his attention to the effort you're making and the depth of your commitment to the struggle and the Mazin and the Kano project before he was extraordinarily revolution by the corrupt rogue entity called Nigeria. So when I called the attention of the Prime Minister to about what you're doing, and he promised to make some efforts in that direction to contact you and stuff like that. And coming to the space today, listening to you, it's even amazing that you have even crossed the Rubicon. You are doing so much in the background without anybody knowing it if you didn't come up today to speak. So I want to know, I don't know if you have been able to get in touch with the PM one-on-one so you can have more consolidation in the collaboration and commitment we have to the struggle of Biafra and other African nations. Have you been able to get across to him so that you guys can forge ways to better this wonderful relationship? That's one question I want to ask you. And then secondly, there was this other legal representative from US called Bruce Payne, who was standing for our Supreme Leader Martin Nanikano. I don't know where he is right now. Nobody has.
We don't use that man again. We have our lobbyist, so don't bring him up to the space.
Yes.
We don't use it. We don't have anything to do with him.
Yes.
The government don't have anything to do with Bruce Payne.
I want to know.
Our lobbyist.
Yes, I want to know if Dr. Masanga has any info about that man and if he was actually working against the struggle or was he an agent of the Nigerian state or something?
This one is not for him. He cannot answer this one. I say leave that one for the government. Government has already trashed down. We have our lobbyist in the name of Elias. So leave this. This second question is irrelevant. To understand. So because it's not for us, it's for the POS. We are here talking about the government of Biafra. So we don't need that man's name to be pronounced. So what your first question is if Dr. Masanga has found a way to work with our Prime Minister. That is most relevant,
yes.
Most relevant question here.
Yes.
Good.
So,
please withdraw the second one. We don't need it.
So Dr. Masanga, you have the floor. Thank you.
Sir,
Thank you.
Are you there?
I'm here. Okay. You see, in this world, I have been in rebel organizations that fight, real fight on the ground, real fire. If you listen to what I was telling you at the beginning, you would understand.
I can hear Dr. Masanga. Is he speaking?
Yes, I'm speaking.
Yeah, he's speaking. We're hearing him. You can go down, bring you up again. He's speaking.
I have been.
Sir, please go on.
I have been in rebel organizations. I've been in a fight for freedom for over 40 years and more. I started having an AK-47 in 1978. 1978, I was 18 years and 2 months. We started fighting Idi Amin after senior secondary school. We couldn't go to the campus. Things were very hard. 1 week in the campus, Amin killed 200 people. So some of us who managed to escape, we went to pick up guns. My brothers, it is sad that all the time what kills liberation movements. I'll give you examples. Frelimo, Uganda, Fronasa, and Chikosi Malum, MPLA, the Angola one, between Savimbi and Agustino Neto. Have you seen that? The situation you are in yourselves now is that one, like the one of Savimbi and Agustino Neto. And all of you are fighting one person, a Portuguese. Portuguese. You have the focus was the Portuguese. At this time, whichever organization, whichever party you are, which side you are fighting the Nigerian government to give you freedom to go and to stop harassing your people. Each action is democratic. It's constitutional. If you refuse us freedom of assembly, freedom of association, freedom of organization, even freedom to have air to breathe, we go and fight. You don't rule it out. That's why Afghanistan was invaded, because Afghanistan did not give the Americans freedom to associate, to assemble, to carry the cocaine and the marijuana the way they wanted. They had to suffocate them in order to continue to carry as much as possible. You look at that. But the aim of a struggle is, ultimate aim is, if Tinubu collapses today, someone to come and say, you people have your referendum. Stop killing us. You have the same message. And I have not refused to work with anybody. Another lady invited me to a conference in November. Is it November? Your summit is in November.
December,
yes. Brian, you don't know the fact. University.
I did not follow that particular summit.
No, there is a summit in your final summit of the year will be in December, isn't it?
Okay, yeah, the Biafra summit, right? November, December.
Yeah.
28 to 3rd December.
Why not? I don't need a visa to.
Yeah.
I don't need a visa to come to Finland.
I hope you'll be there.
Yeah, I don't need a visa to come to Finland. If I'm well invited and arranged, I will give the best lecture ever in the world. I will come.
Ministers are here.
Yes, let them here. Let them not to say they don't know the spelling of my name. I can spell it again. And let them not say they don't know my box number. Let them tell the Prime Minister that surely you don't know Matanga's number. He knows my number. I will come. I will come to Finland. I will come. What will stop me? I am as long as I can.
We are preparing for you people, doctor. We are preparing for you people. Well done, sir.
Yes. For me to push any angle that can remove Tinubu and his mercenaries, that's not a problem for me. I will come. I will come, address, enjoy, sleep in there 1 day, 2 days. I come out and still continue to hammer Patricia Scotland. Still continue to go to AU. Look here, you people, you don't know. I am a standby generator for the African Union slot. Pray for me. What is that God in Biafra? Pray for me. Should Raila Amolo Odinga of Kenya, one of us in East Africa, should Raila Amolo Odinga and the Djibouti man not get enough votes? Are you hearing me? 32, 32.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're hearing you.
Consider your man, this man here. We are going to square it with PLO Lumumba. Because now it will be an open case. I have already submitted my papers to Uganda government, which will nominate me. They asked for my papers. I'm on standby. Don't worry. My friend, why God has left me here, you don't know. Eh? Don't worry. If Raila goes through, consider it now a good deal. Not very well that things will be different, not like Mr. Faki. You hear me? Because Raila is not a man who says, no, he say, no. Because he will take some of us on board. He will have to take me as a man for a peace negotiator, mediator in Africa, the whole Africa. What qualities don't I have? I've mediated a tough war of guns, more sophisticated guns, conflicts. What can't I do? He will take me on as his envoy for peace. And therefore, my friend, the first delegation I want to bring to Raila, Amolo Odinga, you listen to my lips, is the Biafran people, is the cry for Nnamdi Kanu to be released. That is it. That's why I am the only one south of Sahara who has said East always Raila. Whether they do what, they count our votes. If we are two, we take two. I have presidents I know in Africa also. I have over 27 presidents whose country I can go without them questioning me. Once they know that the guy is in the airport, Matanga, oh, is he here? Yes. Okay. Some of them send me a small collar donation. Are you paying your hotel? Even if I have not met them. I have in-laws in Rwanda, Angola, who are in power. But I don't go there because they never married me. They married a daughter of mine, not me. My friend, it's not just like we are sitting here going to watch people rot in jail. No, we have a plan. We have a plan. We know Tinubu doesn't like us, but we have a plan. We need an AU which is effective. This guy would have come out of prison long time ago if we had a sharp African Union person who could call the president and say, no, what you are doing is wrong. The judges said this man goes home. Can you give him bail? Then he comes back to answer to the judges. That's all you need to say. And if you don't do that, we shall move an agenda to the Council of Ministers to suspend you for some sessions in the African Union. You need a man who can say that. So I'm a standby generator. If you didn't know. University, you didn't tell these people that? You did not see? You didn't know that I was 3 years ago, I started campaigning for this slot. Three good years ago. But when they brought in Raila and my government of Uganda, President Museveni said,
You said Dr. Sanga, you made mention of this, when I invited you over in my space.
yes,
You remember?
yes, I was.
Yeah, you
I
mentioned.
am
I
a
remember
candidate.
you mentioned.
What
You mentioned it. Yeah.
What do these people have, which I have? I have three degrees, 2 master's degree with first class honors, not second grade, not normal, not ordinary. You know, there are people who have ordinary degrees and they show them also like they have a degree. No. You must have either first class or second. Okay, second class. It's all right. But you must brain 2, 1 in political science and international relations, 2 strategic management, international strategic management. You see? And these are the things that I have. These are the things that I have in my possession. And I've given my CV. I have been in the hall. I've attended almost for 40 years. I've attended all these AU summits. So why am I not allowed? Why shouldn't I be a secretary, a chairperson up there? I'm now 69. Why are you going to disqualify me on age, or do you disqualify me because of what? Because I hate Tinubu? Okay, disqualify me. But we shall make sure that we change African Union. That's why for us, or Raila Odinga, we want to push him, not the French. If you push the Djibouti man or Mauritius, you are lost. The French will come and capture him, total oil. We are finished, like they captured the other one. So that is the news I can tell you. It is not going to be far.
Okay.
It is only 4 months left. Actually, 3 months.
Yeah, we have 3 hands for you again.
Yeah, it's okay. I can see. Let me take the sister, the Stella. Should be one of the.
Okay, Stella, commit yourself.
Thank you.
Should be,
Good afternoon.
Should be one of your ministers, isn't it?
Good afternoon, sir.
She's the warrior.
Yeah. Good afternoon, sir. I know your symbol, Stella.
Good afternoon, sir. You're welcome, sir. I'm being curious. What religion do you belong to, sir?
I am Anglican.
Sister Stella with the religion.
Okay.
My religion.
I am an Anglican.
No problem.
Okay. Another question, just so that I'll leave.
Why did you ask about religion? I'm a Christian.
Religion in a
yeah, because we're looking into what has been happening to us in Biafra land. We found out that our main problem is Islam. Islam has been chopping off the necks of Christians in that zoological area called Nigeria. They will ask you want to be a Christian or you want to be a Muslim, and you say you want to be a Christian, they chop off your neck. So I wanted to make sure who is speaking, sir.
I'm a pure, Madam Stella, I am a pure Anglican who became baptized in 1955 in December and then confirmed in 1961 after I'd known how to read the 10 Commandments. I was confirmed in 1961 knowing the 10 Commandments and reading the Bible, reciting some things. And then from that time up to today, I am still assistant warden of Lady Mary Church in Surrey in the United Kingdom in Southeast London, Surrey.
Thank you, sir.
For 32
Just one
years.
more question, so I can leave you. You're talking about the new AU. What would you want to see in a new AU, sir? Thank you.
I want to see Amazonia and Biafra liberated, given a referendum to choose where they belong. I want to see a war end. I want to see a stop to persecution. I want to see a change in management of our organization. I want to make sure that the AU is self-enterprising, self-contributing, not begging. We are begging, we beg, yet we have resources. That is the AU we want. That is the nation that can defend Africa, not the nation that sits with dictators, with war crime, with drug addicts, presidents who go on making sure that Africa does not move on. That is not the AU I want. I want an AU that makes its own money. I want to create a bank in each country. I want African Union Bank, where members of Africa, we liberated Africans, go in there and bank our money. And then out of the profits of African Union Bank, we bring and sustain activities without begging Britain, America, European Union for our salaries. Shame on us. Shame on Africa today. Haven't I given you my manifesto?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that's a wonderful question. Tell us, you okay, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I am also in the United
Okay.
Kingdom in Surrey.
Yeah, you, Dr. Masanga, you think, before I give mine to God knows why, do you think the common African Common Bank will be possible? Because this, I believe, is one of the things that made Gaddafi go down.
Yes, it can be possible. Can I tell you what? As AU,
No problem, we're hearing.
as AU, are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
As African Union, you make, as the chairperson, you make a policy and float the policy to the president and say, in each country, don't tell me there's no African country that lacks $500,000. Show me one country in Africa that lacks $500, $500,000. Show me. Show me. But
500,000, 500 million.
no, 500. I'm talking of the list.
Okay.
The list, $500,000 in US dollars. Okay, you collect that. You say each country, however small you are, you must produce 500,000 in your own country. Set up what we call African Union Bank. You are gaining out of the bank. Do you know how many times? Why you are gaining? You are employing some younger men as your bank managers who will come out of the university. Are we looking at that? No. You are creating same SMEs that are small, medium, and enterprises that can now start manufacturing, local manufacturing, looking at more local people innovative, give loans of 300, $3,000, $10,000, $30,000. If you give loans to about 400 youth in Nigeria who are doing farming, heavy farming, and there is peace, Nigeria will not be fighting over rice and macaroni. Are you seeing me? Do you get my point?
Yeah, we're
Yeah. Look at that. I was very embarrassed that Nigeria is fighting for macaroni. You saw people were fighting for macaroni and rice. Then Tinubu brought rice to give out to people who are dying of hunger. Yet, if you have 500,000, okay, if Nigeria can put $1 million and open up a bank, fine. Because it is big, it has got money. And then you tell your African people to bank their money there. Within 5 years, the bank across Africa will grow. Each branch of AU, when people want to fly to come to AU, it is that bank that should sponsor their journey. Why do you go and borrow from a British-sponsored bank money for your delegation to fly to Addis Ababa from Abuja? Why? If we had an African bank, it would help to give loans to farmers. Look at your country, Nigeria, today. The zoo, look at it. It has 241 waterfalls. The waterfalls in Nigeria are equivalent to Victoria Falls in Zimbabwe. I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen on this platform, those who live inside the zoo and outside, if you are in a plane where our Nigerian brothers or Biafran brothers are coming from Dubai, if that plane falls in Indian Ocean, the amount of generators that will fall with it, you are carrying death, you are carrying pollution, you are going to kill yourselves. Yet the country Nigeria can produce clean fuel, clean fuel from those falls. Since independence, you have got only one dam. You remember, all of you, if I ask you, any of you, do you know the name of your dam university? What was the Inga? Is it Inga Dam? What is
What?
the dam? The hydraulic. Is it the Inga hydraulic dam or which dam is that?
Shilolo or Shilobo or something down.
Yes, you don't know. Inga is in Nigeria. No, Inga is in Upper Volta is in Nigeria. Yours is a big dam that produces electricity, which the British built for you. You have not even bothered to build any more dams. And you go on giving Chinese money, carrying generators. Generators are polluting. That's why diseases are coming. You find a man with a disease, the ear, something has come out of the ear and big like this. These are all bad ozone layer. Your country is full of, if you fly over Nigeria at night, you might not see, you see pockets of power, especially when you are hitting in the middle, cutting, going, because of the war in Sudan. We have to cut through. If you are going to Accra, you cut through. You can only see Lagos, those area, Port Harcourt, some electricity. Then there's a longer distance. There's no power. Then you see, as you are approaching Ghana International Airport. Now, excuse me, people. You mean the government there cannot manage? Look at my country. My country does not have good democracy. A bit of it is still growing democracy. President Museveni beats people here and there. That's okay. But when it comes to electricity, as I speak right now, one of my brothers has just been here, is listening to me somewhere here, but he must have gone. He was here from home because there is power. Museveni has generated 2,000 kilowatts or megawatts, whatever they call them. Enough, and we have supply. Listen, we have surplus electricity as we speak now. Every country, every part of Uganda, there is a power line. Some people has taken power and is enjoying. He's charging his phone. He's putting on his TV. Why? In people in Nigeria, the president has amassed wealth. He eats, he enjoys, he gives contracts to his son. They are not looking at giving contract for power. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the state of affairs that Africa finds itself in. And if I am chosen one day, if the contest between Raila and the Djibouti man don't produce 32 votes, if the winner does not get 32 votes, just start celebrating. We are going to hammer it out. Yes, we shall hammer it out. My country has accepted to forward me. I was going to do that until East Africa, Raila came up. They did a pact with Ruto. Now, what do we do? He wants the AU. You can't. He's an elder. He's older than me by 10 years. He's 78. I'm 69. Let him go first. That's what we have agreed. So the first program will be Biafra, Bozonia, Congo, Somalia, Sudan. Right now, as I speak, by tomorrow morning, on Friday morning, I'm leaving for Geneva on the Sudan peace process. I was called as a technical man to help behind the scenes to persuade the generals to attend. I've been going through a lot to go through those guns, to talk on phone throughout a satellite. Please come, please. Let's do. Okay, tell UAE to leave. We don't want to see United Arab Emirates on table. We are going to be in Geneva again next week. So those who want to see me, if you are around Geneva, welcome. I will be there, available. My role is to make peace for Africa. People have not been speaking about Sudan. And the university, I think, give me a clap because it is me who introduced the word, let's reprimand the generals. If UN does not reprimand the generals, we must.
You have to give you a clap.
Yes, we must reprimand the generals so that they come on table. And immediately the American ambassador who was heading the meeting called me and we sat down. I said, you are the people supplying arms, drones that are killing people. Now, if you don't put an embargo, an arms, not an arms, a real warrant, you threaten the generals and say, we shall issue warrants of arrest. If you don't come to this peace process, you will not travel anywhere by plane or put no fly zone, no drone. Any drone seen, shoot it down because people on the ground are suffering. The Americans bought my idea. And after about 6 days, they announced that any general in the next round who does not attend, there will be warrants of arrest. Isn't that a success for me? I am. It is written, it is here. You can see, I was even being interviewed on your own television station called News Central. News Central. And that's one of the best, one of the guy, the owner is he fights for, I think you know the owner. I don't want to put him in big trouble. He was fighting for landmark when Tinubu was demolishing landmark.
Okay.
Yes, that guy is very good, strong man. He opposed Tinubu. He's put his TV is watched by over 400 million people. So when you go there, it's a pride. All over Africa and the world, 400 million people watching you. So I've been there. I'm actually there, one of their senior public affairs consultant on news about Africa. They call me from time to time. Even this week, they will call me on a number of issues, the subject. But when you read what is coming out of Nigeria, you get scared and you want to run away. Because things are not good. You kidnap 200, 300 kidnapped, this killed, this one, what? Soldiers beat up people in Enugu, Gonita. This is, I know. Okay, thanks. I'm here.
Okay, thank you. God knows. Unmute yourself, please, sir.
Yeah, thank you. At last. I want to appreciate you, University. I want to appreciate your good job, even having time to do this evangelism. I want to also appreciate our visitor, Mazanga. I want to thank him so much. He talks and talk with passion. But I have 2 questions for him because I see that the fire in him can go long way in humankind of freedom. That is God's agenda in humanity, all about freedom. God wants us to be free. God hates a slave. And we found ourselves in Africa as a slave in different forms, in different systems. A person like this is a very good instrument even to speak against slavery in Africa. Yes. Mazanga, you are highly welcome with the mood of spirit of freedom in Africa. Before I go to my two questions. I come to realize that in Africa here, we know how to talk and talk and talk and protest and protest. At the end, you go home with ice water and you put the ice water in the garri and they will be chilled. You have something like fish, dry fish, you eat it, then you sleep and got off from the sleep and you see that that thing that made you to be protesting and talking and talking and talking is still there for many, many years. Even is still increasing beyond the day you perceive to be talking and protesting. You know, some of us, Biafrans, spiritually, we are no longer Nigerian. When someone referring to Numbu into Biafran issue, person like me irritates to me. So we are no longer Nigeria. Personally issue now. Our Prime Minister said something of recent that it's no longer a business as usual. Freedom is not being given, but is being taken. And I concord and abide the idea because I have seen a lot of protesting. It's just the way you are saying a lot of things are coming and you are saying, please, my question is, since you have been in this struggle, just a little I have heard from you. You talk a lot of things, and your passion is how can our people be free, and you are ready to go extra mile for this freedom in Africa at large. My question to you, sir, how many achievements have you gotten since you started this movement? That is number one question. Number two, I don't know, in the issue of our supreme leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, in dungeon, and that young man there is a British citizen in documents. And someone was telling me that one of the haters of Biafra was telling me that the British citizen has a limitation and it has a limitation to the British government since they can attack their citizens in African country. So their network of that citizenship is not captured to that extent of Kenya. I don't know how true is that. For that reason, if you call Mazen Nnamdi Kanu a citizen of British, while he was arrested or he was kidnapped in Kenya, the citizenship of British network is not part of that country or that area. So I don't know how true is this. Thank you. That is my.
Thank you. How many of the battles I have? I have won very many, sir. Zimbabwe was under sanctions. University can tell you I was one of the few people who went to file in the European Court of Justice for removal of sanctions from Robert Mugabe and Zimbabwe. I succeeded there. I've succeeded in northern Uganda, the conflict, having peace talks with President Museveni after over 1 million people, 2 million people displaced, and over 700,000 people killed. I succeeded in bringing peace by engaging and negotiating, persuading the rebels to sit on table with President Museveni. I've succeeded in Gaddafi's son being alive. I petitioned the International Criminal Court, challenged them, and asked the British government not to kill the entire Gaddafi family. This was the only son who was a student in London School of Economics. Whenever I would go there for lectures, I would see him among the students. And I picked up friendship, being a Pan-African and a talkative guy. He liked me and invited me to Tripoli to see his father. So I campaigned for him not to be killed. Although they cut his finger, he's still out today. Said Gaddafi is a free man in Libya. I succeeded in being the first person in sub-Saharan Africa to file 21 applications against ICC on the case of Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto and the Ocampo 6 of Kenya. I told the world that these cases were fake, and later on we discovered we got you. That's the word I said. We got you. We got them. They admitted the cases were not properly investigated. They dropped the cases against Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto. Both of them who went ahead, one became the president and the other one became the president. They all are here on earth. Where else have I succeeded? I've succeeded in a question of Abazonia. No, before Abazonia, I succeeded in the overthrow of Yaya Jammeh in Gambia. When the Gambians did not have a radio station, I took my radio satellite station, which is available for you, which I will soon utilize as a final push on Mr. Tinubu and the government. Because with this one, this type of radio is military. You can't cut it. You can't have internet. You don't know where its internet is. We shall be soon broadcasting across Nigeria, and if you have any bundles, your phone will be saying, listen to the radio of Biafra. You have not seen me yet. I'm going ahead to do things of my own that I must make sure that my 5 grandchildren return to Onitsha and settle very well in that place without being butchered by the Nigerian authorities. I have done quite a number of other things. I've done, what else have I? On the question of ICC, I again advised the President Ramaphosa. I wrote a document, handed it to him to allow Putin to come to South Africa. There was nothing that ICC could do, but unfortunately, the South African chickened out, and they stopped Putin from coming to South Africa. Nobody can arrest. I have again written and filed with the African Court of Justice against against Nigerian government and Namdi Khan with the help of a West African state. We went and filed a case for the release of Namdi Khan. I have the documents at university, you saw them, and Nigeria came bluntly said, we are not coming to court. We are not taking part because we have not ratified that court. That struggle is there. I placed my papers in a fight to make him be released. And on Taylor, I was on the side of making sure that Taylor returns to safety. But Mr. Obasanjo from your country hammered us out and sold us out. he handed over Taylor. So I don't know which other thing can I say. I don't know. There are many things, small things that I've done, but those are key issues. As a Pan-African, I have also, as a Pan-African man, exposed corruption. 4 intelligence reports into African Union corruption scandal of sex for jobs. They used to have hotel for younger ladies to have sex with them, then they get the job in AU. I found out that, exposed the chair, and I sacked those guys. That's success for me. And apart from that, I also fought in the Ethiopian war with Mengistu Haile against Mengistu Haile Mariam as a member of TPLF, myself, Zenawi, and Isaias Afwerki. We defeated Mengistu Haile Mariam, overthrew him. We took over power in Ethiopia. Thank you. There's a second question which you asked. Which one was that? There was another question you had asked different from this.
God knows why. What was the second question?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Yeah, go on. Can hear you.
Okay, thank you. The second question is, someone was telling me how the citizenship of British to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has a limitation to Kenya, that their network of citizenship as a Mazen Nnamdi Kanu cannot be able to reach to Kenya to do anything in favor of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. How true is that?
No, it is.
Thank you.
No. Can I tell you what? We still have chance to do it, but we did not do it. Let me tell you, we had the chance to do it, to take Kenya on, but I don't know. I gave the contact of the lawyer to your prime minister. When this issue was taking place, I gave him the contacts of the lawyers. So anybody in the cabinet can ask the prime minister as to whether I gave him the contacts of PLO Lumumba as a lawyer. He asked for me. I gave him the contact. And there was also another lawyer, a professor again in law, who were filing these cases in Kenya. Kenya is a Commonwealth country. Kenya, you can sue Nigeria from Kenya, and you can sue Kenya from Nigeria. So nobody should tell you we cannot do it. If this man, the man was taken here, rendated at night, you have the right to come here and file an application to say our man came here, landed here, his passport got lost here, we don't know where he is. But people have not been keen on that. We have been keen on fighting each other and so many other things. So I don't know. I did my best. And there is still a chance. There is still a chance that you can file a case. More so right now that there is change of government in Kenya, you can try to file a case again and ask why the Nigerian people came and kidnapped this man without the knowledge of the people of Kenya. Okay.
Yeah, Matt-Peace, your hand is up. Before that, I remember the last time you said that was the last time you invited you. The first time I invited you, you said that in that my space that the new LP government that will be taking over the United Nations will be different. Sorry, taking over the British Parliament will be different. And I hope they have gone in. Let's see what they have to do to that case.
And I have also written a letter. University, have you posted that letter here? Yes. I've sent you the letter for which I wrote to the Sir Keir Starmer. Have you posted it here for them?
I think there's some letters of yours on the Jumbotron.
Yes, very many of them.
Yeah.
I've written a letter to them asking them, this is a British citizen, he's in jail, You don't take the route of the conservative government, take the route of the Labour Party government. Matanga is as plain as that. If you hate me, you hate me. I write and I tell you the truth, and then you can kill me if you want. But I've written to them. So this man has been detained.
Good.
And he has been detained to the Prime Minister, and I handed it over, and then it was sent by registered mail to his audience, and then on his, I and the Prime Minister, we are friends. We follow each other. He hasn't blocked me anywhere for so many years. So we are as good as to go. That's why they have not announced any policy on Nigeria up to the moment. We are still telling them that there are things very bad in Nigeria. People are being killed, kidnapped by terrorists, and both by the Nigerian army killing people in the southeast of the state of Biafra.
Thank you. Dr. Masanga, that is okay, and fellow citizens of Biafra, information from Prime Minister now say that you should go and share. United Nations has been banned. United Nations Secretary has been banned from entering Israel due to his actions against Israel in Iranians attack towards Israel. So Biafrans go and share. Prime Minister said everybody should go and share that. So that is the latest. So Israel has banned them now.
Yeah. And
how do you see that?
And it is going to ban very many people, because there are some people there working on a program. It has also banned President Ramaphosa never to step near Israel airspace.
I think every country that means well should not be dying under the name we United Nations waiting for them, and things are going bad in their country. Because as we see, it's no longer United Nations that is ununited and peaceful nation people organization. So I will allow Mouthpiece to take up the mic and say what she has to say. We are hearing Mouthpiece, please.
Good day to you all. I was wondering, because I came in with my other account, and I kept on sending messages to University and Frank and to the and no one is I wasn't given the mic, so I had to come back here with this account. Anyways, I greet you all, the host, the co-host, or the two co-hosts, Brian, Frank, University. I greet you. My friend Dr. Matsanga, it's been a long while. So I wondered, I didn't get to hear, I don't know, Dr. Masanga, you know who's speaking to you?
Yeah, the one of the ministers.
I am not yet. I am not yet. But I know I was offered, but I am not yet. I'll pick up the ministerialship, but not now. Not now yet.
The voice
this
is
yeah. This mouthpiece, yeah.
Okay.
This
yeah,
is my one of my accounts, yeah.
You see, you have come in a different form.
Because I came in with my main account, but the co-host, I don't know if they are checking the request for mics. I don't know if they were seeing me or not. I sent messages, no one.
I didn't see your request didn't come up.
Oh, all right, maybe that one. I don't know what they did to that account, so I had to come in with this one. So it's wonderful to see you here in our midst, Dr. Matsanga, and at the same time, I don't get your updates, because you used to DM me and send me your updates, So, but I know somehow
I lost today because of Kenya. Of the Kenya, I registered that in my internet, my ex account on Kenya number. So the Kenyan authorities thought that maybe the younger, the youth, the student, the Gen Z, I was the one in charge of them. So they disorganized my number. Up to now, they take I cannot recover my account. It is there, but I cannot recover it with 40,000 followers.
Okay, okay, no worries. Because I wanted to ask you if you have really called out Kenya, where you reside. I know sometimes for the kidnap of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So I just wanted to find out if
I did
no.
I did long time ago. I think the same week we did with the Prime Minister, your Prime Minister, the same week they did it. I've done so. I did, and I condemned. I have never kept quiet up to today.
Okay, thank you. That's all I wanted to ask. Thank you so much.
That's why I'm even now telling you, the last caller asked me as to whether you can go and accuse. Yes, you have a right. It's a Commonwealth country. It's a Commonwealth country.
Thank you, sir. That's all I need to. I wanted to ask. Thank you. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, all of you.
Dr. Masanga. Thank you, Matpi. Dr. Masanga.
Yes.
Something popped up to my head now. Professor Lumumba is an activist, right?
Yes.
And he's from Kenya, right, sir?
Yes, he is.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, let me not put it onto him. An activist from Kenya, where this crime took place, crime against humanity, crimes against right to freedom, crime against right to existence, and which even not only those crime was against this crime nearly jeopardized the life of our leader, and yet till date, to this very moment, 2nd October 2004, the Professor Lumumba, which you know, held from that country, is yet to make a submission or a statement condemning that. I don't know, because I've not heard. And he always flew to in and out in the zoo to give a speech or lecture. My question is, as a friend, I believe he is to you, what kind of activities is he? And why has he not condemned this till date? Because I've not heard or read it in any way. Thank you, sir.
I think all of us have different hearts. My heart is different, and the PLO heart is different. But as I said earlier, I gave all the details of Professor PLO Lumumba, a senior lawyer, professor in law, to the Prime Minister. If you can ask him, or any of you can put a request to him, if he's available to talk, one day we can meet. But when I come for December ceremony, he knows I gave him those numbers, details. He asked me several times because he wanted to engage Professor Piero Lumumba. And in that aspect you are talking about. So how far they went, I don't know, because I took other different route of fighting the international community, telling them that this was not fair, and to inform people publicly this was not fair. You know, at that time, people thought I was in Kenya. No, I was not even in Kenya. I was immediately also after the interview and all these things. I'm also, actually, some people thought I was a Kenyan. I am not. I'm also a refugee like you, like those people, like Nnamdi Kanu. I was a refugee. So I was in Kenya on the auspices of fighting, of standing by people, by the people of Africa. And at that time, I could speak freely. But now, at the moment, I cannot even be in Kenya to speak, because the person who is in power there does not allow this type of thing to be discussed. So you can see that is the problem now. But I did my best. I gave the number. I don't know what happened between the PLO and the Prime Minister.
Okay. Yeah. I believe he never wanted. That is for my own side. And I have reasons for that. The way I reach out to you, demanding you come to my space and talk to Biafrans. And I know how I talk to you. You did not even waste time. Understand? I still thank you to date, of which you came. You spent hours and you told Biafrans everything. I want to say it here at the same time that I did the same thing to Professor Lumumba. When he will start to deny, I will show every evidence out. He ignored. He never wanted. And I believe, to my own side, my own opinion, he's not worthy to be called an activist. That is my opinion. He's partial. That is my opinion, individually. That is all I have. Thank you once again. You have not failed to come to the space to talk to Biafrans. If I'm to say this is the second time, if I'm right, University, am I right? Or the first time was my space, you came. I said, oh, yeah, cool. First time was my space. I was the host and you were the co-host. Today, University space. And I pray today will never be the last time, because we will keep pinching you and bothering you, bringing you every now and then.
Sorry, Brian.
And
To interrupt. When I was hosting, Dr. Masanga always come to my space before, so he invites me, DMs me when he's hosting, and so he has always been with us. The only time that's why I asked him this question. I asked him what happened, because I'm very outspoken. If I see your post and there's any anomaly in your post, I kick on it. There was one post I kicked on, so I felt maybe that was why he wasn't sending. So that me, I'm very direct. That's why I asked him that question. So it's good he answered me, because I don't like to hold grudges. If you don't give me the answer I want. So thank you so much. He has always been with us. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for that. So we appreciate you so much, and we cannot thank you enough for what you do for Africa. As a father, as a grandfather, and I believe you are now a great grandfather. Sorry, yeah, maybe your third generation have given birth as well. It's not about the age, but you have done what people that are older than you have not done. Africa still needs you, and we all pray for more strength for you to carry out your duty. So I will leave you to my host, University. Please take up the mic. If you have something to say, University.
Thank you very much, Williams, for holding on the line. I was preparing for something, and thank you very much, Dr. Masanga, for being with us. I'm sorry we have to end this program right here, because I'm gonna get engaged now.
Okay.
We will continue. Dr. Masanga is our father, is our mentor, is our hero. He's a very great man that Biafran people respect. And for the fact that he has never given up on us, neither has he given up on Africa. We will continue to support Dr. Masanga. Dr. Masanga have copies of product out there. We should always try to patronize him, buy his book, read them, because books from people like this are very, very important for our children, so that we don't read.
Just a minute. Gentlemen. Can I post my my thing
Of course.
on here, and anybody who has a donation who would like me to proceed to shout to drink soda in Samoa as I shout at Tunubu. Shout him down, and maybe have the energy, even if they can be giving me chance to wrestle him. I could wrestle him, but he doesn't energy to manage me. So the book is here. I want to put the book here so that you can buy and see the struggle, how I managed to save Zimbabwe from Tony Blair, how Tony Blair erred on Zimbabwe. It's a very, very important book. Is here. Let me put it up here so that and that's the book. And that is the you once you go through that, you send me your address after you have purchased online. I will send you. This is the only way where some of us get some little money to go. It is not on Amazon because they want me to sell 10,000 copies. 10,000 copies before the Oxford University Press is also selling some. I am at the figure of 7,000 copies. So very soon, I'm not very far. If you can buy, you can also contribute $1, $10, $5. That is how we are able to drink soda and water to go on. That is it. It's not a forceful, it is your heart for the people like us who still speak and we are not liked by some governments. It helps me to buy ticket to be able to sneak into Burkina Faso, to sneak into Niger and see what is taking place. At times sneak into I'm always in Ghana now most of the time because I shifted my radio station that way. And I am telling you, there is a new thing coming. And when it comes, you will not be, you will know that I am really committed to fighting together with you. So the book is on the not on the jump. Have you seen it, Prof? University? They told everybody.
Is it on the Jumbotron or
No,
DM?
I don't know. I don't know how to put it on the Jumbotron. You put it on the Jumbotron, but it is here on the chat.
Okay.
It is on your.
Okay.
It is on your chat.
Okay.
Where I put
if it's on the chat is good.
Yeah.
And another, I also want to add, if you, Dr. Masanga, if you are coming to Finland, I will also suggest that you have some of it so you can sign it, autograph it, so that those of us who are there can take it. I'll prefer that than buying online. Thank you.
Yes, but online helps me in advance before I come there.
We can do donation, but buying it offline, like that's.
I have been looking for you. You know you have.
I know you WhatsApp me and all that. It's good. It's okay. Don't worry. I understand.
No, you should. That's not very good to disappear from me. What did I do to you? There's nothing.
Dr. Masanga, don't worry.
I didn't know that my Biafran people can lie to a citizen who is dying for Biafra. Where has this woman gone? Thank you.
You're welcome.
But
Thank you so much.
University, on a serious note, you give me the invite. I delegate Brian and you to process the invite and the dates. I will appear at the conference. I think I will be one of the most celebrated photographs. People will photograph me.
Otumwamoya, can you take note, please?
I want to come for that conference.
Otumwamoya, can you help to process this, please?
So that people
to talk to
people don't tell us lies. by the way, I will be coming now with the news of how I tormented Mr. I have a feeling Mr. Tunubu will send his vice hit Chetima. He will send that guy. He might not go there because he has now had. You never know. Warrants can walk anywhere. Eh? Paul Robia is not going. He's sending the prime minister, but I have just served the notice in the British High Court again to amend the summons. So by tomorrow I will have it on my email and serve them again, all of them. That's the fight. That's the fight. There you are.
Thank you very much.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I really don't want to say something. I just wanted to go to. There is one guy, Udogo. Udogo, you have called me twice on open space, and you have sent me a message. I cannot be here. I want to warn you.
Udogo was having
for the last time in your life.
with internet, I guess.
Yeah, no, this one this one is getting me provoked. Before
He has
sent me a message privately.
Brian, you're not. He has threatened me. He has said a lot of things about me.
Sent me.
Yeah,
This idiot has sent me a message in my voice privately.
That to dog. He has
privately.
In fact, I blocked him.
Statement here
I blocked him, and I believe because even he went up to the extent of speaking to GD Wakri. And GD had to DM me and then told me, if I could do. I said, look, we anyway. Let me not just continue, but at least those of you who know this guy.
Why I speed this out? Because this idiot has sent me private chat before. That should be 4 or 5 months ago. Today, he has made a stupid statement here again. Mr. Man, if I should see you face to face, I don't want to tell you what, I don't want to say something. Me and you are not the same.
Oh my God.
Let this Twitter hide who we are. Respect yourself, Mr. Man.
God.
Open space. Let's question come to you. I want to see what you got upstairs.
Oh my God.
He never picks up the mic to come and speak because we will really know who is behind that account, Udog. Because if people really know him, they should want him. And that is what I promise him.
He wants to touch you when I'm here. I'm a very strong man. Let him come for me.
Thank you, Dr. Matanga. Thank you so much.
Why don't you tell him the man Matanga is 60 feet tall, and he's a commando. And he's a commando. He doesn't use any gun. He uses hands to break people's bones.
The thing is that he doesn't know who is behind the account. If he knows, he wouldn't even there. That's why, So it's okay, Dr. Matanga. I know you are one of my protectors.
Yeah, but
or one of my defenders.
Yes, that when you disappear, that's when you get into trouble. You see.
But I told you, I'm gonna come to the UK. I will sit down with you. I remember that's what I told you. And I still mean it. But if he gives us opportunity to meet in Finland, that would be wonderful.
But you don't have even a DM. You have removed the DM. You have removed that. So where do I get?
No, I never did, Doctor. I can even DM you immediately.
Yes, you DM me now.
I'll DM you.
I am sorry, ladies and gentlemen. You see, in Africa, if you don't ask, you are never given. If you don't knock on the door, you're never given. So I have asked. Thank you very much for coming. This was a blessing.
You're welcome, Doctor. Thank you.
Please send me your number so that we are in touch.
Will do. I will do. I will do again. But I remember I had you on WhatsApp. I will still send you a message on WhatsApp.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
you can do WhatsApp. That's not a problem.
All right then. Okay.
God bless you all, and God keep you all the time. Now you know my please tag me, all of you. I will come speed talking about any topic that can remove our leader from the misery. If he hears us talking like it is, that is very good. It means there are people out there fighting for him to have his freedom. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Masanga, for making this very program to be very august. May God bless you. Biafrans, this program is about to come to an end, except if Brian wants to continue this program, then I will be muted because I'm joining an appointment in the next 21 minutes. So, Brian, how about that?
University, my heart just the boy. I don't want to carry vest because of this idiot. You can just finish everything.
All right. Don't be angry. We are going to treat that. Please, don't be angry.
Imagine the idiot, they call me British.
He's trying to be British.
Let me read it out.
Okay.
Okay, he said
this one pain you.
on my.
this
No,
one pain you.
why yeah, it pain me.
Oh my God.
Why should somebody who Biafra like me be somebody who will be tagging me as a bloody British? So he said, the bit has been on mic up, but Brian Williams, the British guy, wouldn't let anyone talk. Or Diego.
They are full and they forget saying they speak.
The same idiot.
That is even small compared to what he used to tell me. Your own no be good.
Listen now. The other day, the same idiot sent me private message. See, I'm foolish. I should not be holding space. I don't have what he got to hold the space.
It's okay, Biafrans, we have to correct.
Sorry, Brian. I'm just laughing.